Hello everyone, I'm Alex. I believe many of us have at some point wandered into the world of Minecraft, an endless world of creativity, adventure, and sometimes even chilling mysteries. Today, I want to tell you a story, an experience that completely changed the way I view not only this game, but also the thin line between reality and the strange things we often overlook. In the beginning, my life in Minecraft was peaceful. I built a cozy little house on a lush green hill near a bustling village. Each day I spent my time tilling the soil, farming, raising animals, mining for ore, and expanding my base. I loved the feeling of creating everything with my own hands, transforming simple blocks into a vibrant world just as I envisioned it. Everything unfolded according to the rules I knew, until one full moon night. That night, I was engrossed in gazing at the silver moon hanging suspended in the pixelated sky. It was unusually large and brilliant, and I just stood there, letting my character go AFK, away from keyboard, lost in its surreal beauty. I didn't know that this carefree moment had opened a door to horrors, events that even the most seasoned Minecraft players would find hard to believe. The next morning, I returned to my screen and discovered that a section of my wooden house was on fire. Thick black smoke billowed upwards, and I rushed to put out the flames, my heart filled with dread. There was no lightning strike, no lava nearby, so where did the fire come from? I told myself I must have accidentally placed a fire block. But the incidents didn't stop there. The following night, as I was reorganizing my chests inside the house, a skeleton suddenly appeared right behind me and shot a fatal arrow. I died instantly, my items scattering everywhere. This was absurd. My house was fully lit and monsters shouldn't be able to spawn in a safe area. I was confused, but still tried to reassure myself that this was just a rare game glitch. After respawning, I tried to sleep to skip the terrifying night, but the message, "You cannot sleep now, there are monsters nearby," kept popping up. I checked all over the house, around the village, but didn't see a single monster. A sense of unease began to creep in. Then I noticed the moon again. Despite having been AFK for quite a while, the moon remained high in the sky, unmoving. Time in the game seemed to be stagnant. I started to feel a chill down my spine. Could the rumors on social media be true? Rumors about staring at the moon for too long in Minecraft causing unusual phenomena, ghostly events. I decided to ignore the feeling and continued my work. While mining stone near the village, I accidentally hit an iron golem. Immediately, it turned and attacked me, and I was killed again. When I returned to retrieve my items, the iron golem had vanished, leaving only its drops scattered on the ground, as if some invisible force had destroyed it right after it killed me. This was extremely strange. Golems never just disappear like that. A few nights later, as I was repairing my burned house, a loud explosion erupted from behind. A large section of the wall was blown away, and I died again. I hadn't heard the characteristic hiss of a creeper, and no creeper was in sight. It felt as if an invisible hand was deliberately sabotaging everything I built. After a series of inexplicable deaths, I decided to go AFK once more, hoping that when I returned, everything would be back to normal. Indeed, when I came back, my inventory was full of the items I had lost, and it was daytime. A sense of relief washed over me. I thought the game had fixed itself. But that peace lasted only a moment. When I went to the village to check, a horrifying sight met my eyes. All the villagers were gone. House doors stood open, furnaces still glowed, but not a soul was in sight. The village was desolate and eerily silent. I ran everywhere calling their names, but there was only the sound of wind whistling through the empty houses. Where had they gone? Kidnapped? Or worse? In my desperate search, I accidentally fell into a deep hole underground. There I found a ruined nether portal, but without any chests, as usual. This nether portal looked ancient and decaying, as if it had been there for thousands of years, waiting for something to be activated. A shiver ran down my spine. I looked up at the sky again. The moon was still there, high and unusually bright, despite my AFK session and the daylight I had witnessed. I quickly opened my inventory and found a clock. The clock clearly indicated daytime. A glimmer of hope flickered, but just as I looked at it, the clock suddenly vanished from my inventory. And immediately, the sky turned pitch black. The moon reappeared, larger and more terrifying than ever, hanging directly above me. And then, I heard groans, the rattling of bones, and heavy footsteps. All around me, from every direction, a massive horde of monsters began to appear. Zombies, skeletons, creepers, spiders. They surrounded me, more numerous than any night I had ever experienced. Now I understood. All these strange, terrifying events began after a full moon night, after I had stared at the moon for too long and gone AFK. The rumors on social media were not a joke. Something had been awakened, a rule had been broken, and I, Alex, had become its victim. This story is not just about a game, but also a reminder that sometimes, even in the virtual worlds we create, there are invisible boundaries we shouldn't cross, mysteries we shouldn't take lightly. Be careful, because sometimes the things you overlook can become your worst nightmare.